Every year, some people in the United States go missing. In California, the most populated state, there were 2,133 reports of missing persons. Florida and Texas, also big states, had 1,252 and 1,246 reports respectively. Join me as I dive deep into the mystery of what really happened to Tara Grinstead and see if I can piece together the clues. Tara Grinstead was a former beauty queen and teacher who lived in Ocilla, Georgia. She was a beloved member of her community, known for her bright smile and bubbly personality. But in 2005, Tara mysteriously disappeared, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions that would haunt her family and friends for years to come. For over a decade, law enforcement struggled to make sense of Tara's disappearance. The lack of evidence and leads made it impossible to pinpoint what had happened to her. The case went cold, and the community was left feeling frustrated and helpless. It seemed as though the trail of clues had dried up, leaving investigators with nothing to go on. The silence was deafening, and the search for answers seemed futile. With each passing year, the hope of finding Tara or uncovering the truth about her disappearance grew dimmer. It was as if the case had hit a brick wall, and the authorities were powerless to overcome it. Despite the efforts of local law enforcement, the FBI, and even private investigators, Tara's case remained a baffling enigma. In the days leading up to her disappearance, Tara had been preparing for a beauty pageant. She was last seen leaving a friend's house around 11 p.m. on October 22, 2005. Her car was found parked outside her own house, but there was no sign of Tara. The investigation that followed was one of the largest in Georgia's history, with hundreds of leads pursued and countless tips vetted. However, as the years went by, the list of potential suspects grew shorter, and the case seemed destined to remain unsolved. Some believed that Tara's disappearance was linked to her role as a beauty queen, while others thought it might be connected to her work as a teacher. But the truth remained elusive. Theories abounded, but concrete evidence was scarce. As the search for Tara dragged on, the community was left to wonder what had happened to this vibrant young woman. The timeline of events surrounding Tara's disappearance was murky, and the passage of time only seemed to complicate things further. Had she been abducted, or had she simply walked away from her life? The lack of answers drove her family and friends to desperation. As the years turned into a decade, it seemed as though Tara's case would forever remain a mystery. But then, in 2017, a breakthrough finally came. New evidence emerged and investigators were able to reopen the case. After years of silence, the truth was finally beginning to unravel. The new evidence led to an arrest, and the community was shocked to learn that the killer had been hiding in plain sight the whole time. The news sent shockwaves through the small town of Ocilla, and the world was finally able to learn the truth about Tara's disappearance. The revelation was a bittersweet moment for Tara's family and friends who had waited so long for closure. While it brought sadness and anger, it also brought a sense of relief that the mystery had finally been solved. Tara's case is a sobering reminder that even in the most ordinary-seeming communities, tragedy can strike at any moment. Her story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of never giving up on the pursuit of justice. As we reflect on what happened to Tara, we're reminded that the search for answers is always worth it, no matter how long it takes. What do you think really happened to Tara Grinstead? Share your thoughts in the comments below and be sure to check out my other video on unsolved mysteries.